Hello everyone. On your first day at a new job, everyone feels super excited, right? I remember it so clearly. I put on a brand new shirt, walked into the office with my heart pounding. Colleagues greeted me with smiles. The boss said, "You've got real potential." And HR gave me cute welcome gifts and even threw a small welcome party. At that moment, I thought, wow, I've finally found a stable job. But exactly 90 days later, everything changed completely. That excitement disappeared. Instead, I was left with constant exhaustion, endless overtime pressure, and the same question looping in my head. What the hell am I even doing here? I fell into this exact situation myself. And I'm sure many of you are going through it right now or have experienced it before. Today, I'm going to share the real story about the 90-day trap that almost every company sets for new employees. This isn't a video to bash companies. It's to help us all see clearly the psychological tricks they use. If you're in your probation period or you've just quit because you were burned out, watch this video until the end. Let's get started. First is the reciprocity principle. From the very first week, the company cleverly spoils you. They give you gifts, treat you to meals, and show lots of care. I still remember my old company gave me a really nice backpack, a $500K food voucher, and threw a pizza party. I felt so warm and grateful. So when the boss asked, "Can you stay late tonight to help me finish the report?" I nodded right away without thinking twice. I ended up working until 9 p.m. and thought it was completely normal. I even know a friend in an advertising agency who received onboarding gifts and then voluntarily worked 3 extra unpaid evenings the following week just because she felt like she owed the company. That's the reciprocity lever. They give you a little bit of gratitude so you'll willingly give them a lot more of your time and energy later. Second is commitment and consistency. In the second week, they asked me to write a 90-day personal development plan and share it in front of the whole team. I wrote with full enthusiasm. I commit to giving 200% and loving the company culture. Everyone clapped and praised me. After that, even when I realized the job wasn't right and the pressure was overwhelming, I still forced myself to stay because I already said it in front of everyone. I can't back out now. My friend Min in an IT company publicly committed to doubling his KPI. 2 months later, he was completely burned out. But he stayed anyway because he was scared people would think he doesn't keep his word. The company cleverly uses your own words and self-respect to keep you locked in. Third is social proof. I saw my senior colleagues working until 9 or 10 p.m. every night without complaining. Everyone just quietly typed away. I thought to myself, this must be normal. I have to push harder to keep up. In reality, a lot of them were exhausted too. But no one dared speak up because they were afraid of being seen as weak. I once witnessed an entire marketing team at my old company where everyone stayed late. One sister even had to take sick leave from burnout. But her colleagues still whispered, "She's not trying hard enough." That's social proof being distorted. You don't dare question anything, you just copy the crowd to fit in. And the first 90 days are when this effect hits the hardest. Fourth is the time for pay trap. The company pays a fixed salary, so they want you to stay busy. I used to proudly tell my friends, "This week I worked almost 60 hours. But in truth, they weren't paying me for the results I created, they were just paying for the hours I sat there. A friend of mine at a bank was given 5 to 6 reports every single week just to test his endurance. His salary never increased, but overtime was constant. He kept bragging, "I'm so busy," while his real income barely moved. People who own their careers think about how to create the highest value. But we've been trained to feel proud of being hardworking and sacrificing our time. Fifth is fake authority. They give you a fancy name tag, company uniform, and a desk on a high floor. At the time, I thought, this company is so professional. So whenever the boss assigned a task, even if it felt a bit unreasonable, I rarely dared to push back. My friend Hong at a foreign company once told me, just because the boss wore a sharp suit and sat in a big glass office, she didn't dare refuse weekend work even though her young child was sick at home. That's authority created by appearances. It makes you obey automatically without thinking too much. And the most dangerous trap of all, sunk cost fallacy. By day 85 to 90, I started seeing everything clearly: crushing pressure, a difficult boss, a culture that didn't fit, and limited future prospects. But by then I had already told everyone, my new job has a great salary and is super stable. My family was happy, my friends were jealous, and I had already gotten used to spending according to my new salary. The thought of quitting made me feel regret. I've already invested 3 months. So many late nights, I'll just endure a little longer. It was exactly like my friend Trang at a startup. She had already submitted her resignation but pulled it back because I already bragged to my family. It would be so embarrassing to quit now. In the end, she stayed another 8 months before she finally left. That's the sunk cost trap. And I stayed trapped for another 6 months before I finally found the courage to quit. Dear friends, the first 90 days shouldn't be the time you get quietly programmed. It should be the time you wake up and observe with a clear, sharp mind. Ask yourself right now, does this company actually help me move closer to the life I truly want? Or am I just becoming another replaceable piece in someone else's machine? I only realized this truth after I escaped. The most valuable asset you have isn't your monthly salary or your fancy title. It's your freedom, your ability to stay in full control of your own life and career. You don't have to quit tomorrow. But starting today, you can choose to think differently. Think like a career owner, not just an employee. Protect your time, your energy, and your future. If this video hit home, if it made you nod, smile, or even feel a little shocked, do me a favor, hit that like button. Share it with any friend who's currently in their first 90 days. And drop a comment below. Tell me, which day of your 90-day journey are you on right now? Or which one of these traps have you fallen into? I read every single comment and I'll reply to all of them. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. Stay sharp, stay determined, and never let anyone program your future for you. I wish you a career that brings both real money and real freedom. See you in the next video. Take care, and have an awesome day.